I got to a point to where now in my life, man, like it's something strange, man, because like I don't I started. So when like this one person was asking me on the live, she was like, when did you notice all these changes? And like, when did you notice? Because it might be you were spiritually awakened. That might have been the beginning of your spiritual awakening. And I said, I actually started going through this, man, when I was 32. Right now, I'm 39. So when I started noticing, man, that I just didn't like everything around me, like just didn't it didn't serve my spirit. Like it was just very annoying. A lot of things, man. Like I started losing interest in things that I used to love. And they say, well, these are the experiences going to cause you somewhat of a trauma. You're going to be depressed. You're going to be in a kind of a state of mind where you just that's where it's going to have you at. But when I entirely look at my life and all the things that's happened, I just feel like all these things happen for a reason. And so when COVID came, I was on another podcast, and these people were talking about how COVID was when it's like a conspiracy, but I don't know if it's true. They say that COVID happened, and this was how the government was trying to identify such spiritual believers. You know what I'm saying? In the global aspects of humanity. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why they wanted to do that, and prophecy actually, there's a lot of prophetic evidence of like the world trying to understand God's world. So now, when I say things such as testimonies and things people go through, I mean, could these be facts of what God is literally trying to teach in His Word? Host, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, yeah, no. So, okay. I come from a Catholic background, but I also come from just a nature of trying to problem solve, and ultimately, when I see the religious plurality within this realm, this world that we live in, my question is, how do you reconcile it? Some might argue that, oh, well, there's only one true faith. There's only one true religion. Others might make the argument that there's truth littered within all the different religions, and it's just a evolutionary based cultural phenomenon that. But I find myself somewhere in between, in that I think that there's truth in all of these different religions, arguably, not even arguably, but because the fact that there is truth within all of them. But I think that where I'm at, and all I can do is speak from my perspective, and so you're getting kind of a high level view, but I've come to see and understand that we live in a cyclical reality. You see the seasons, you see the physical manifestations of the circle of life, the cycles. I believe that that goes even deeper to, let's say, a 26,000 year great year period. Right. So if you understand that, now looking at this experience of life through the lens of, like, there are ages of existence, like, and for each of them there's a storyline. Now we look at all that evidence, and I'm not going to share it all, but now it leads me to where we're at now. We've all heard of the Mayan calendar, right? 2012, end of the world. That's one piece of anecdotal evidence that these ancient civilizations had an awareness of this cycle, right? You have the zodiac, you have in Hinduism the Yuga cycle, and it talks about us being in a dark age right now, and we're actually exiting that right now, which is even in line with the Hopi prophecy, the Hopi Indians and their prophecy right now, right? Even Catholicism has the prophecy of Saint Malachi. They say it's debunked, but this guy basically predicted that this last pope was the last pope. And what do you know? You have Donald Trump on his social media with him in an outfit of a pope outfit, right? I know this gets into the realm of conspiracy theory. It's all contingent on how much research you do and how far down these rabbit holes you go. And so I'm not here to tell you you must believe this, but I am telling you this is how I've derived my understanding of the nature of reality. And so the way I see it is that it's not about proving these religions wrong. It's not about saying, "Oh, look at this religion. They're false. They're wrong." They're all a part of. They're all stepping stones to what, again, in pursuing the true nature of reality, you come across these esoteric texts, and in that esoteric domain, you find out about something called the Great Work. The Great Work is literally humanity waking up to the very essence, the very divine essence that gives all of us life, right? And and so this great work, if you now look at that as mapped onto the longer term thousands of years of our history, we're seeing where we're at today. You have a lot of people waking up to the fact that we've been lied to in terms of our religion.